This is a Rogue Media Network podcast. Hello and welcome to
Welcome to blah, 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 blah.
King of the Hill podcast. I'm Mike.
And I am Rusty.
I'm sorry, I was sending a little thing to Mason, our editor. Mason, whose voice hasn't been heard on here in quite a while. We would love to have him back anytime he's ready. This is a That Ain't Right Friday. And I think before we left our last thing, we have a question you were going to answer for Black Ant.
Yeah, he said, you guys think Hank would buy a Cybertruck in the reboot? And I'm going to give you a simple no, I don't.
No. I think he would think it's asinine. Yeah. And now Dale, absolutely, he'd have a Cybertruck.
I think Hank would be doing everything he could in his power to keep whatever old truck he has alive.
Yeah, 1,000%. This is a That Ain't Right Friday. And our last few have been Bobby-centric. This one is about the revival, the new show. This is from bleedingcool.com. This was published back in April of this year.
Okay, April.
Yeah, it says Disney Television Group President Craig Erwick on Hulu's King of the Hill return being so perfect for our times without trying too hard, which I think we can all agree that is a sigh of relief for most of us, because I know
it needs to be subtle. I feel like a lot of subtlety is lost whenever you move to left or right in like media. You know, whenever they're creating a TV show and they go too far either direction, there's a lot of subtlety lost. And I feel like that's one thing that I always liked about King of the Hill, is that it was always kind of like in the middle. And I feel like a show like King of the Hill, to be topical and to be like on point for everybody and to have such a wide audience like it does, it has to stay like in that same slot.
Yeah, I remember when we first started talking about the revival, though, we had a lot of questions about, people like, oh, this will never make it because red state, blue state, all that stuff. No. It has nothing to do with any of that. And I'm glad to hear them talk about it this way. By the way, we're doing a little bit of a marathon today where we're doing a bunch of episodes in a row, pre-recording some stuff because Rusty is changing the times that he will be working. But I want to go through here just real quick and recognize some folks that have been around for the whole thing. Rusty Shackelford, Black Ant, as always, Artie is here. R. McLean J, thank you so much for sticking around. Did I miss anybody? There's a bunch of people that have stuck around the entire time. I think that's maybe it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. But thank you guys for all sticking around. We really appreciate it. Again, this is from April of 2025 from bleedingcool.com. It says, no, Arthur, Artie, you're always great. We love it when y'all chat. All right. It took an update from Disney Television Group President Craig Erwick to remind us that it's been close to 6 months since we had an update to run on Hulu's upcoming revival of Mike Judge and Greg Daniels' animated series King of the Hill. Set in present-day fictional Arlen, Texas, this series stars original voice cast members Judge, Kathy Najimy, Stephen Root, Pamela Adlon, and Lauren Tom. Of course, Johnny Hardwick passed away. Speaking with Variety on a wide range of subjects, Erwick was asked if there was ever any talk of ABC or Hulu making a first-run play for any Disney-owned animated series that have a home on Fox. Yesterday, Fox announced that it had given 4 season renewals to The Simpsons, Bob's Burgers, Family Guy, and The Returning American Dad, which I don't understand that last one. By the way, blah, 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 thank you so much for being here as well. I did.
American Dad get canceled and now they're bringing it back? Is that what happened?
I guess, man. I don't know. He says, I think we're really happy with the arrangement that we have. Hulu is a home to adult animation. We have the best offering by a mile. The Simpsons, Family Guy, past, and now new seasons of Futurama, and past and now new seasons of King of the Hill. Erwick responded before taking a moment to drop a tease about what viewers can expect from the animated series return. I think people are going to love the new King of the Hill. It is so perfect for our times without trying too hard. You see Hank Hill in a whole new way. Now, that one's kind of freaking me out a little bit, but we'll see what happens there. It says Grammy Award-winning singer-songwriter Gray Delisle or DeLeslie, I don't know, posted several images from a King of the Hill event from October 2024 that included About the Chef poster with a profile spotlighting Chef Bobby Hill, along with some interesting intel on what Bobby has been up to. We also get
fun. That's Greg Delisle. She's a
Greg Delisle. Sorry. Yeah. It says we also get fun Easter eggs, Peggy and meatballs, learn that he was one of the youngest contestants on King of the Grill competition series, and have our feels punched when a referencing to grilling with his dad on the weekends gets dropped. Another interesting tease, when asked if she was voicing Bobby, Delisle responded that she wasn't, but that she would be voicing somebody very cool. It feels really special, Adlon shared back in March 2024 about how it felt to be returning to the beloved animated series during the red carpet event for Variety's Power of Comedy event, crediting the new generation of young writers, which we talked about a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, we did.
There's all these new writers and people involved, which is cool. Artie says American Dad was running new episodes on TBS the last few years. Oh, okay. And then he asks, is it Luann? I don't think so. Probably not. She says the new generation of young writers, they're finding that sweet spot between what viewers love and respect about the series and tweaking it for a new generation of viewers. She was Azula on Avatar, The Last Airbender, I believe, says R. McLean J. But Adlon also shared how tough it was losing Hardwick, even though they all feel he's been with them during the recording, with Adlon adding that Hardwick had recorded 4 episodes. Which that's going to. So I just wonder. I wonder what kind of tribute they're going to do in between there, because they have to. They have to do.
Yeah,
something.
they got to do something. Yeah, I agree.
She says we're in the 2nd season of the reboot. Bobby is 21. He's a chef in the Fusion restaurant in Dallas, and it's been incredible. It's just been really fun. I think it's been freakier for Mike Judge and Greg Daniels to think about Bobby going from 12 to being 21 and having a relationship and being a person. Adlon shared with MovieWeb 2 months later in May, but don't we all go through that with our kids and our friendships kids, our kids and our friends' kids? It is shocking when I see my friends' kids and they're all grown up and I'm like, wait a second, what just happened? So there's a little bit of a mess. Boy, that is absolutely true. The older you get, these kids start looking so young.
That's like I'm sitting here watching like a movie or something, and I'll look up the actor, because there's a lot of people. There's starting to get to where I feel real old, where there's a lot of people that are in movies that have no clue who anybody is anymore. So I'm like looking up their names and stuff, and I'm like, oh, this dude's 23. He looks like he's like 10.
Yeah, I'm the same way with like music people and stuff too. Like somebody will mention something, and I'll go look it up, and I'll be like, I like it, but I have no idea who this person is. I've never heard of them. But they're super friggin' popular, and they're on Saturday Night Live or something. Says set in the fictional town of Arlen, King of the Hill followed the life of Hank Hill, enthusiastic seller of propane, blah, 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 blah. Meteorologist Nancy, but so they go over it. Says stemming from 20th television animation, Judge and Daniels are creating and executive producing the series with 3 arts, Michael Rotenberg and Howard Klein, and Bandera Entertainment's Dustin Davis also executive producing. So I don't know that gave us a lot of information that's new, but we did hear from the guy that runs, what they say he was. He is Disney Television producer or Disney Television Group president. That's a lot of titles.
That is a lot of titles.
That it's super cool and for the times, without giving away any of the old stuff. It always scares me when executives say that things are cool.
Yeah.
Because generally they're not. But again, we got to go back to Mike Judge and Greg Daniels being in charge. And
that's where I get the most confidence in everything is that.
Well, not only that, but I think Patricia Adlon and some of the other people that are doing the voices, they think it's cool. So, I got to go with that. I can't imagine them sullying King of the Hill from what it was to what it is now.
I hope not.
I think it'll be a new take on it, which is cool. I'm glad they're not rebooting the damn thing. I'm glad they're just continuing, which is nice. And I'm just so looking forward to it. I still don't think we have any dates, but we do know it's
nothing out there. Yeah, we're all just sitting here waiting in the ether.
Yeah, but we do know it's going to be this year. So I mean, that's great. And the further we get into this year is great. Artie says old producers, young writers. Yep. But that's okay. We'll take old producers and young writers, because hopefully the old producers can tell the young writers what to do. But anyway, we see a lot of this stuff. You know, again, a couple episodes ago, we talked about the kind of the continuation of the Naked Gun franchise with Leslie Nielsen, and now with what's his name, Liam Neeson.
Yeah, Liam Neeson,
which is kind of cool. R. McLean J says they've enjoyed the Beavis and Butthead newer episodes. I think you said that as well. You
yeah, they were good. I watched them. Yeah, they were funny.
Yeah. They're not the cultural touchstone that they used to be, but what is, you know, at this point? I mean,
yeah, they were perfect for a moment in time. It's like, I don't think if I watched the claymation, what was it called? I can't remember the name of it now. On MTV, the clay fights.
Oh yeah, the Celebrity Deathmatch.
Celebrity Deathmatch, that's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I could watch that and it'd still be the same now. But back then, that shit was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, yeah, no.
I think I could still watch it. You got to be honest with you. I think if they like brought that back and they did that, I think it would still be just as good. Honestly,
I think it'd be good too. I think you'd have a hard time getting away with that these days, though.
Yeah, I think so too. There's a lot of risky stuff on there for sure.
Yeah, I am super looking forward to it. And anytime we get any kind of information, we'll pass it along to you guys. You guys will probably know before we will, though. Yeah, R. McLean J says it would be Logan Paul versus Floyd, which, you know, I don't like that the Pauls have a TV series now, like a reality TV series. Not real crazy about that. I think
their whole life has been a reality TV series.
Yeah, I just think we're rewarding bad people for bad things, you know, and that sucks. I don't like that about society, but I guess it's always been that way. But anyway, we are so much looking forward to it. If there's any kind of break or anything, we'll let you know. We're hoping to watch along with you guys on some of these things. We'll figure out how to do that when we get some dates. But thanks again for joining us. Thanks for a shorter Friday. And Rusty, you want to tell them where they can find us?
At BWAAAKOTH on all social medias. And you can also email us at BWAAAKOTH@gmail.com.
Well, thank you guys. Thanks for everybody who was in the chat. Thanks for always showing up. Thank you for spending some time with us. It was a lot of time. It was a little bit of time today. But we do appreciate you all. Without you guys, we would not have this show. And I think there's just one thing left to say.
We Matanye.
We Matanye indeed. See ya. This has been a Rogue Media Network production.